Hello, what's going on, everybody? XCO Grinder here, and welcome back. We're gonna play some Destiny today, and actually today we're gonna do work on some more of this House of Fallen Wolves, and we're gonna complete one of our next missions here. Let's get right into it. But while we're doing that, I want to talk about something, right? We got this big DLC coming up, right? The Taken King. And I know some of you are like, well, dang, you're talking about the Taken King stuff over House of Wolves, but why not, right? House of Wolves stuff is old. All of you should be very familiar with House of Wolves, and if you're not, I would suggest that you do get familiar with it. It's some really good DLC. I enjoyed it for the most part. So far, I thought it was the best stuff that we've had for Destiny yet. No, we did not get a raid when this came out, but I really do enjoy the Prison of Elders. I thought it was a cool addition to the game, and I hope they keep just keep pushing on it, keep on changing it up, keep giving us new bosses. And yes, there's been a lot of complaints about gear that you get out of it, that you don't really get a lot of gear out of there, but I enjoy the way it is. I really enjoy the Prison of Elders. So my thing to Bungie is please more Prison of Elders, okay? Give me some more bosses in there. I'm really enjoying that, and keep the difficulties going up. That'd be awesome. But all this stuff that I'm asking for is probably never gonna happen. So anyway, right, I had a couple questions I wanted to really kind of hit on. These are things that I wondered about, if these things would how these things would be affected in the new DLC that's coming up on September 15th. So the first question is about Etheric Light. For those of you that are familiar with the game, Etheric Light was put in with this DLC, with the House of Wolves DLC. It gave us the ability to increase or I should say ascend all of your old or previous gear from, even from the vanilla game. If you had some weapons that you were just so attached to that you really liked the stats, you really enjoyed how it felt, but you just couldn't use it anymore because it was too low level, the Etheric Light was what allows us to ascend it and make it where it's usable again, where you can have fun and bring out your babies. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had some of those in my, and oh man, I had quite a few of them in my little lock box, I could say, my bank. Oh man, I had some stuff in there. So I was really looking forward to the Etheric Light. Now my question on Etheric Light is, what is going to happen with it in the DLC? Is this going to be something that is really basically only good for use between, for House of Wolves stuff, meaning anything previous to House of Wolves? And is that what they did? Because the Taken King is, they didn't really specify the usage of materials, if there's going to be any new materials, or how they're implementing this. And I'm really curious about that, because that is something I really haven't heard. They didn't talk about how our material usage will be, how it's going to be worked out. And I'm really wondering about that, guys. How is your relic iron, and how is your spin metal? And because we still use that stuff, we use it to upgrade our gear, we use it to upgrade our weapons. And I know for some of you, if you're like me, you use a lot of it, man. I mean a whole lot of it, because I've got a lot of stuff. I'm a pack rat, guys. I mean, really, I am. I had to have like all the exotics, and I'm a big scout rifle, and my goodness, one day I might show you my pistols, but I have a collection of pistols, and I had to slim down on my scout rifle some, but my pistol collection is still kind of large, and I need some more room, Bungie, by the way, because I want more room so I don't have to get rid of any of my pistols. That's what I'm asking for, okay? So hook me up. Man, I'm hoping somebody else is in the same boat as me. Feeling kind of lonely right now, though. But yeah, so I'm wondering what's going to happen with this. Are we going to continue to be able to use Etheric Light on weapons or anything out of the Taken King? Will we be able to ascend our current gear? Now let's say this is the real question. Our current gear, things that you've ascended so far, let's just say your Fatebringer, right? You're so attached to your Fatebringer. You're like, oh, I love my Fatebringer, right? So, okay, you want to bring that with you. I'm pretty sure you do. There's a lot of people I'm pretty sure want to bring their Fatebringers. Will they allow us to do that? We're gonna go up another couple of levels, guys, and this is something that they haven't talked about. They have given us a lot of information on all the new gear that they're going to be putting in the game. You know, we've heard all these accounts of this. There's going to be so many more weapons in the game. It's going to be more weapons in the game added from the Taken King that were in the game from vanilla, and that means when it was launched. Can you believe that? That's a lot of stuff. So that's something else that's like, you know, kind of bringing this question up. What is going to be done with etheric light? Are we going to still be able to ascend our loved pieces to the next level, or have they gone, or have they done their job? You know, is that what Bungie is telling us? So I want you guys to kind of think about that. If you get any information or you hear anything, man, just let me know, okay? But let me move on, because I've been talking about that for a long time now. But that is something that really it affects a lot of things. So, you know, you think about that. The next question I wanted to ask you guys is, or I really want to ask Bungie, but, you know, I got to talk to you guys. So maybe you guys can help me out. Maybe some of you can talk to Bungie. But, yo, what is going on with the exotic rocket launchers? Where in the world is our ARC exotic rocket launcher, people? I've been wondering about this. We've been into this game now over a year. We've gone through a couple of DLCs. We're getting ready to come up on one of the big, they're calling it a complete game, but we're getting ready to come up on a major release. So I'm hoping, and I'm wondering, is this little gap going to be filled? Are we going to get a decent, you know, and that's something else too, right? I want a decent, like, give me something that's good. Exotic rocket launcher that's ARC, because we have the Truth, which is Void, and we have the Gallahorn for Solar, but we do not have an exotic ARC rocket launcher. Now, it doesn't really hurt my feelings that we don't, because we have so many legendaries, but it would still be nice to have something, you know, kind of special to pull out for ARC damage. So Bungie, what's up, Bungie? When are you gonna hook us up? You know. So all right. So that one was a short question. That one's really to the point. I didn't really have anything else to talk about except for that. But that is a question that really, you know, it bugs me. I'm just like, yo, where is it? Okay. All right. But that was question number 2. The last question I have for you guys while we are busting the fallen in the face. Let's see. When can we look forward to gear that allows us set bonuses? Now, I know that question might be like, you know, first you might listen to me ask that, and you're like, well, you know, set bonuses would be kind of cool, but not really grind. It's not really a big deal. But think about this. There's a ton of gear in this game, right? Lots of different ways that we can look, and they do that on purpose. They did that so that way we could have diversity in this great, grand universe of Destiny. Am I correct? But they didn't really put in, you know, they didn't really think about all the gear as far as how everyone's going to be looking. And now, I will say, Etheric Light put a big boost in how different Guardians can look. Did it not? Because before the House of Wolves DLC dropped, we had a lot of Guardians running around looking the same way most of the time. I mean, yeah, we had a lot of different colors that we could be, but for the most part, a lot of pieces people were using were the same because we were very limited. Now, the Etheric Light gave us the ability to use all kinds of gear, which was great. So it gave us a lot of diversity. Now, I would like them to take it a step further and take this and allow us to put sets together. Like, say if you had a special set from Dead Orbit, you know, that gave you some kind of crazy stat bonus. Maybe it gave you more agility, maybe it gives you more strength, maybe it gives you more intellect, maybe it gives you a bonus on one of your perks for your skills. Maybe, you know, I'm talking about a complete set, so you would have to have all pieces of this set in order for you to get this bonus. Now think about what that would do, how much more diversity that would give us as players, and how much you would like want to go and get different sets. You'd be looking for different sets, trying to get this thing so you could put this little puzzle together and make your guardian stand out, right? Wouldn't that be kind of cool? So Bungie, you know, I know I'm just a little guy, you know, I know I'm not big at all, but listen, I think that's a great idea, you know, and if any of you kind of agree with that, I suggest we get on board. Let's talk about it. Let's preach about it in the forums and let Bungie know, hey, let's make this happen. But first, let me show you this before I go. There's this one little, you gotta go and get this ghost, okay? He's lonely up here. Oh my goodness, they're trying to kill me. Phoenix, hold on, let me get it. Wait, I'm trying not to die. And we got it. All right, now let's finish killing everything. So just, you know, little couple of questions that I was wondering about this DLC, and if you have any questions that I didn't hit on, which should be quite a few because I only talked about 3, I'm pretty sure you got lots of questions. Hit me up, let me know, okay? We'll put them in the next video. I'll be glad to talk about them and talk to you if we can. All right, so thank you so much for joining me, guys. I had a great time, and I look forward to catching you next time. Wow, that was like a whole lot of times right there. But I'm out. Later, people.
Hit the like button, please.